Hello, and welcome back to Expert Challenges, an educational monster train series where we try very hard to get a divine victory on every expert challenge. We're getting into the expert challenges that I would describe as utterly and irrevocably doomed. So, this is gonna be great. Our previous one was one of the last of the good ones. We did Dangerous Minds. I don't consider this one necessarily a free win. I do consider it, however, generally positive, but as long as you can take advantage of what kind of tweaks and oddities it offers. We had a pretty nonsense run here with a Superfood 3 Primordium, a multi-striking plus 25, Morsel Master infused Horned Warrior with Shroud Mitosis. We were using Shroud Spike on Primordium himself, and then also we had Gurg's Goad, so it truly kind of popped off in an insane way. We definitely took advantage of everything we could. Now, obviously, there are some other perks that we didn't get, like Advanced Prototype, but hey, you know what? We still rock start our way through that, so pretty good. We're now moving on to Extra Pain Train, which let me read it for you. It says, minor bosses have stealth, you start with deadweights, and enemies have spikes. Yeah, there's nothing good about this one. It literally says that last sentence. This is definitely not the hardest one, but it is a very annoying one. There are a few things you can do to get around it. So, let me click it first. I think... Oh, I thought I clicked it. Select. Alright, good, thank you. So let me start by saying I think Little Fade is bad for this. Because when you look at the modifiers, you get ninja training, minor bosses, so non-floating bosses get 5 stealth, which means that you're forced to tank them twice if you're playing top floor. It also, in my opinion, fully negates bottom floor setups entirely, so there's that. Then you have Pain Train. Enemies start with 1 spikes. Much scarier than you would think, honestly. It means things like sweepers just murder themselves very swiftly, whereas they would normally be very, fine. Here they are mega punished, which is something to keep in mind. And then you also have Heavy, add 5 deadweights. So it is all truly bad. The deadweights in particular punish Fade because you really need to draw her reforms on a very particular turn to reform her, bring her back, keep her afloat. So that's something of a concern. I think Spine Chief is a good candidate for champion here. I think he does a well enough job. I do think Corruptor lines and Infector lines get punished, but Decayer's pretty good. And then, of course, you know, Primordium exists. And I think Primordium, if you can roll into Superfood, is very solid. That said, again, aggressive edibles, stalwart snack lines get pretty hard punished here. Something to worry about, in my opinion. So, there's that. Also, I will say, any line that really wants a sweeper with multi-strike or anything like that, those all suffer due to Spikes 1. This doesn't sound bad, but it's actually a lot of damage you are forced to take. And if you don't have the healing to prop up your units, you're going to lose them. So keep that in mind. One shout out here goes to Cold Channel Soul Guard, which was the way I achieved this on my game a long time ago. My big problem with the Soul Guard line is it doesn't really do anything in particular that feels strong here, right? It doesn't interact or feel particularly high powered. It's just, okay, well, I can kill stealth bosses because they attack my Cold Channel and die, right? So they still take tons of damage, and it's not like Cold Channel was attacking anyway, so whatever. So you can get through it. The thing is Titan Channel is good, but it's not amazing, and foregone powers are a thing. I don't know. It's fine. I think you can do a fine job with a run like this, but yeah, so one consideration, I do think it's worth noting, I think the Restore plus Soul Guard angle is pretty good. I do really like Root Seeds here because it helps push past the 5 extra deadweights that you're going to draw into, which are going to ruin a number of your turns, so keep that in mind. Not having Root Seeds is a bit of a bummer, but having healing is nice for Cold Channel, or for honestly anything. So there's that. This is an option. I also think Spine Chief with Root Seeds is an option. Very strong one. You're really looking for Decayer here, in my humble opinion, and if you miss it, I mean, you're going to feel pretty bad, right? Corruptor lines have to face tank the boss for multiple turns before they can swing, and then all those flimsy backliners get completely crushed by Pain Train, so it's not like you can use Shattered Shell or something here, right? It just feels bad. So, things to keep in mind. Which do I think is stronger? Probably Spine Chief, if I'm being honest. All I have to do is roll into Decayer, and I think that we're very set. I mean, and it's the same as Soulguard, right? Soulguard has to roll into Cold Channel, so you're still looking for a 1 in 3, basically. Either way, it's not like Titan Channel is somehow extremely superior to Corruptor. In truth, I would say it's not. So I think we go with the slightly safer path here. You could go with Restores. I do think they rock. The healing is nice. The only reason I think Root Seeds is superior is just drawing past all the dead weights. You're suffering from, I want to answer all these problems, and you're going to just have to answer some of them better than others. So we're going to go with this. I think there's lots of choices here because really you're just looking for a high roll and you're looking to be really strong. This run will otherwise just kind of suck. My highest recommendation, play low shards. Like 10 shards all the way through ring 5 or until you fully solidify your line. Do that. And then just ramp up hard as late as humanly possible. So anyway, that's as much intro as I've got there. So as always, do like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And let's try to make some progress on this. Hopefully we don't lose on this particular challenge like 8 times before making a win. So let's get in on it. Hiya. Cool. Ugh. Some of these are real nasty. We haven't even gotten to my least favorite one yet, which is Largest Lads. God, look how many dead weights that is. It's so rough. Alright, well, here we are. Okay. Cool. Well, I hope you're all doing well. I'm having not a great day or weekend or week, just in general. One of the unfortunate, rougher ones. Been busy, sleeping poorly. I had some crises in the household that had to be resolved recently, so you know, just looking forward to playing some Monster Train. It's about as much as I've got to say, so. Alright, let's get in. As before, we are default Wurmkin Exile Awoken, facing Explosive Sigil Daedalus, Curse Arcus, and Chase Seraph, with Bogfly, Steel Enhancer, Ambient Charge. Some of these are fine, none of them are great. Steel Enhancer, alright, whatever. Bogfly, I mean, these are dead, dumb cards that are just going to get tossed, but they're at least good in the beginning of the game, so kind of whatever. And then Ambient Charge is also here. I hate that card. We have Ninja Training, Pain Train Heavy as before, so expect nightmarish scenarios. Cool. Alright, temples today are 2, 4, 5, 8. Alright, so 4 temples, it's okay. Dupe on 8 is on magic side, nothing special. Steel on 7 with no magic shop. There is a removal dupe competing, which is nice. We have 6 has a magic shop and a trinket shop. No money with the trinket shop, but it does have the removals. Kind of a nasty no generation here in my opinion. But I guess if you have a lot of money, the trinket shop is still good. Maybe we can plan around it. We have another no steel shop on 5. Keeping in mind that should mean we have doubles in the early game. Oh god, no it doesn't. Oh, we just get completely got on steel shops in this run. Hopefully we high roll on the ones we do see. Good grief. Ring 5 has just random Hellvent, and then, yeah, this is a 4 Hellvent run. We're getting punished for it. True. Random Hellvent, that kind of sucks, competing with a Magic Shop with Vortex. Magic Shop's at least good when you have Root Seed, so there's that. And then another Magic Shop, or rather the Steel Shop on 4 has Vortex, which we'll have to go to for that, because, I mean, really, we'll need our units upgraded. There is a Wurmkin banner competing if somehow we have everything set up by Ring 2, but unlikely. Early game, we have Wurmkin banner with Steel Shop on 2. Otherwise, we have double Magic Shops plus Awoken banners, and then the Rando Hellvent on 3. I mean, nothing exciting there, truly. Anyway, I'm going to click Light's Gift, because, obviously, it's way better than Boon of the Blacksmith. It's an excellent opener. I feel good about it. No, they didn't show me Decayer. Gosh, that's so rough. I get a Wurmkin banner most likely on ring 2. I would say Corruptor is much more powerful here in general, but with minor bosses getting stealth and the spikes, I almost would rather lean into Infector and hope for some kind of Echo payoff. I guess I could Root Seeds him, right? It's not impossible. I'm going to go Infector here, and because more health, and I think we can get maybe a Keeper of Echoes or something. I'm going to take this money, and it's probably going to be one of the... They're going to need to show me some serious firepower on rings 2, 3, 4 for me to consider doing anything else. We have the tools to get past this Retribution in Fractures, so I think we can take this. It goes Spikes 4 for our units, or rather their units, which is dicey, but good. It's, well, not good necessarily, but fine. We should absolutely pick off enemies when we can. I think the answer is Bogfly here. Now, I do have the ability to extract 3, but I don't have it lined up, so I think this will have to do. Okay, we're gonna hit the guy in back here, and I'm gonna toss the health in back, play the Train Steward out. We do clear the floor, which is nice. I'll take it. Health in back. Fracture for sure, play Weight of Contrition, play Root Seeds. We should get out of this, if only because it's close. Buddy, is it close, let me tell you. Wild. We do get out. I mean, the spikes and everything hurts. It's really just free attacks that's causing the problems. The Light's Gift helps a ton. We should click Echo Transfer here, because this is Infector, who can comfortably use that multi-strike. I'm going to also grab Glimmer here. It's a heal that is purple, and itself could keep my floor alive and kill some enemies, so let's grab this. With the Echo Transfer, I don't feel like I need that Razor Sharp. Now, let's go to the Steel Shop. Carver and Keeper are both the big winners here. Quicken the shop. I mean, Glugsider is a great way to lose this. We're going to go ahead and click Bog Chrysalis. Now, I think that means we must put the plus 25 in this and then re-roll and look for something better. Hey, I mean, plus 25 in multi-strike will get me through. That will do it. Now I can look for a Carver Infusion and feel a little better. 10 in Piercing Glimmer, I think we do slam here for sure. Don't go too hard on other stuff. Let's move on. Remember, enemies are much harder than they look. We take a truckload of damage from... Well, no, we don't. We kind of do. Mark of Invasion is doubly bad for sure, but we have the Daze, which is playing to our advantage, so there's that. I can actually clear this floor by Root Seeds in the back, which is great. I can go ahead and work on bottom floor enemies. Fortunately, Light's Gift saves us from getting attacked by random stuff, which I think is pretty important. Let's stop damage coming into the pyre where we can. I know I'm giving up our Root Seeds, but it is worth it. One guy walks by. Rough, man. Rough. If I put this Bogfly in, we clear it, don't we? Yeah, I had to do the math, because 30 clears front, and then 2 times 2 plus 2 is 6. Unbelievable. We actually save a ton of damage there. Okay, good. That feels better, at least. All these dead weights. I mean, we at least make it past, which is promising. We're going to click the Glimmer upstairs because it swings this in a big way. We're going to clear some spikes on bottom and then do our best. This will do, I think. We get through it. It's not pretty, but we get through it. And we chill. Okay, thank you, Glimmer. Very cool. Okay, 2 damage in exchange for all that money is great. Purple Echo Transfer is honestly superior to my other Echo Transfer. I could take the Bounding Echoes instead, but I think I'm just going to take the better card. Purple Wildwood Sap is interesting. Ensnare is honestly better, though. I'm going to grab the Ensnare. It's a good card. It locks things down. I do take this Divine Artifact because I would like to avoid passing away. Divine Advanced Prototype is just a W on this combat, so I'm going to click that. It's hard to skip that when it's shown, especially because of how risky these early combats are. I am interested in a Wurmkin unit for infusion. We'll hopefully see something good from Daedalus. Carver is optimal, but we're going to the magic shop, I guess, because it's better than the dupe here. I guess there could be an Awoken banner that's not terrible. Permafrost. Don't think so. Root seeds should be free. Let's look. Okay, it's money in the middle. Is there ever a permafrost I want here? Not really. Reroll this. Double stack is unexciting. Make root seeds free and chill, I think. And then we'll look at this banner. Thorned Hollow? I don't know how to feel about a Thorned Hollow infusion. It's not good. Spikes 10. Shattered Shell is health a little, but I don't need this. Let's see. Caverns, what do we get today? Nexus Spike or Purge. Where's my Nexus Spike? You can use... You could do like Echo Transfer as an option. It only costs Extract 2, but gives you a plus 30, which is a pretty good burst of damage. But what if I Purge instead and just burn? The problem is if you Purge like Ambient Charge, you have to play Ambient Charge 3 times, which is impossibly awful. So I'm thinking we Nexus Spike for power here, and I honestly think it is double Echo Transfer. I like how you can apply Rooted to your own units via this mechanism with Ensnare, which is kind of silly. I like it drawing me cards, though, if I'm being real. Root Seeds, but, I mean, I'm going to go with the Echo here, I think. It's expensive, but it only extracts 2 for a plus 30, which is a huge damage jump. I'm happy with that. It's not amazing, but it's fine. We move on. I'm not taking that money in the middle. I have enough cash here if I need it. So we've already upgraded stuff. I very well might go right other than this next floor for a Wurmkin unit, because Carver would be excellent. I think Carver wins from this position. Keeper is fine. Yeah, like here we do this business and we just toss the Echo Transfer at this, which is fine. This is a superior way of doing it because you buff all variants of them, which is great. We just go for big buff here, drop in the Bogfly, play the purple card on my egg because it doesn't matter, and then we just drop Train Steward and it murders a guy. The Train Stewards are going to hard carry a lot of these things, and that's great. We buff, we hatch, it's good. I'm going to shoot. Oh, I'm actually dead. I thought I had an extra card there, but I don't. That's okay. All good, all good. Train Steward, we reap the boss. It's a lot of damage we're dealing there. Cool. Feels good. We do a ton of damage here, and that's very solid. We also at least have a healing card, which I think is critical. Like, we're going to just click that when we can. And that's really good, as it turns out. Yes. Train stewards, absolutely crushing it. They're really good, as it turns out. Really good. We're going to go ahead and keep buffing in the back and loading up. All good. Cool. And then 100 by 3 seems good to me. I got a Mr. 120 by 2. Pretty solid. Very strong play. I think we get it in one round. Yes, we do. Okay. Looks good there. Give me a Shard Soul Carver. I'm going to take the Unleash the Wildwood because big heal is worthwhile. I don't know if I need that much, actually. With the Light's Gift, we're not taking hits with it. Wurmkin Etchings is not the play, though. I think we cut and we try to clean up here. At least they're going to need to show me something better. Ugh. Bog Chrysalis. First of kin. Yeah, I think we're going to this Wurmkin banner. None of these are good. Draw cards? Draw cards and go to magic shops, I think. Magic. Yeah, I'm good with that. Draw cards and go magic shop. The Curse Arcus will be annoying, but at least it's not fell. Let's go to this Wurmkin banner. Give me something good, please. Nothing good, huh? Absolutely nothing good. Etch is the only option. Which, being honest with you, I think Bogfly Infusion is straight up superior. Because it scales Relentless with Spine Chief. Man, that's such a bummer. They didn't give us the good hits. No Carver, no Keeper. It's a good thing I have Echo Transfers and stuff. I'm going to need to really hit on this Glimmer business, because we're going to... The Divinity gets spikes too, in case you weren't clear. So we're really going to need to do that. None of these are worth it. Okay, in that case, I feel terrible. Vapor Funnel? It's not bad. I think it's actually Capricious Reflection here. I'll take that. And then I think the Infusion then -2, huh? Not sure about it. It could be a Nexus Spike angle. But I think the Infusion is actually Bogfly? The question is just, do I do it now? Because it's very low impact. Right? That's the trick. -2 on this Nexus Spike is not that impressive to me. I could purge a card, which is not terrible. That's an interesting question. Like, I would rather not play Ambient Charge and then not take extra shards here. Let's just go ahead and upgrade Infector here. We could hard pivot, but I genuinely think at this point we want to just go all in on Infector. We can scale up the Bogflies considerably into Relentless, which is worthwhile. Plus he has more health. Let's chill and move on. Staying at 20 shards, knowing that we have to reach 200, but I think it's possible. Seal of Aggression doesn't frighten me, fortunately, because they don't swing on my floor, right? That's the trick. Alright, buff my units, please. Buff my units. This is fine. I can then self-ping, which lets me get Chrysalis loaded and begin the process of working on the Collector. I did root him, so he's fine. It's just one of those like, yeah, I know. Okay, let's go ahead and... Ah, dang. Unfortunate. I think we want to Root Seeds Bogfly here. And then Collector is dead from that 2 Reap already. We'll go another Root Seeds up top and then sack a Bogfly down below. Sure. Then he hatches, all fine. Okay, we do a lot of damage at this point, which is good. Great news. We also are low enough shards that nothing actually got upgraded to enough point that I'm worried about it. Right? None of these guys got upgraded. I am not afraid. Train steward, okay. We do clear top floor, that's great. That's great. Happy about it. How do I feel about this Nexus spike? Good to put it down, huh? I think is the truth of it. Keep buffing the floor. We're still fine number-wise for Relentless. It's just a matter of, boy, it sure would be nice to not die. 2 Train Stewards does at least pull off a stack of stealth, so there's that. I'll take it, right? It's... We'll call it not close, but it is. Let's be clear. Yeah, we clobber some stuff and then we get it in 1 turn. Yeah, that's fine. Faulty Loader is great. I'm going to grab that for sure. And now, behold the strength of my many-powered capricious reflection rolls. Power of Knowledge, a +10 Revenge of the Damned, which is itself purple, is almost certainly the pickup. I do like that quite a bit. Sure. It's purple, and other things. A -1 Preserved Thorns, a Remove Consume Pyre Grow, or a +10 Engraft. The Engraft isn't terrible. Purple would be nice. I don't need purple that badly, but I am playing a lot of extracts, so I think we just grab Preserved Thorns. It's free. It's really good. We'll take it. It draws me cards. Sure. And then we tunnel vision some magic shops. Yep. Seems good to me. We're going to go ahead and burn as many of these Train Stewards as we can get out of here. My deck is humongo. I do think now needs to be the infusion, or I don't get it until ring 8, and I think it is worth it enough. So we get some bonus health, but the bigger win here is that we now get +10 in Relentless per time Spine Chief attacks, which is something, I suppose. It's something. 10 in Piercing on the Revenge, 25, kind of pretty good there. I'm happy about that. Let's go ahead and... Permafrost, I don't think so. 20 Consume, don't think so. Let's make Root Seeds free. These cards do pretty much have to be played every time I see them. No holdover. Fine. Make another Root Seeds free. And cut the last 2 Train Stewards here. Strong argument eventually for duping the Bogfly because I have the space and didn't find the Carver anyway, so something to consider. I'm going to save the rest of my money for, Trinket Shop, maybe? Maybe. Karuska could be pretty nuts here, but I think we chill for now. I can, if I dupe on ring 8, easily make it to 100 shards. That takes me to 70, and then I just take 85 on ring 7 and need a 15 somewhere along the way. And as long as I keep the slot open on Glimmer, I'm always guaranteed to have stuff for it. So let's just go ahead, stay as low as we can while still deriving value. Yeah, okay, sure, Crystal Cloak, whatever, fine. Go away. Heaven's Seal is kind of dicey, but I think we're fine with it. Ridiculous. Crystal Cloak. I don't really know what to say other than, well, I guess it makes some sense that it would happen to me. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. We buff here. I'm going to go ahead and sting on middle floor once and bottom floor twice. And then I'm going to reap on bottom floor. Fine. I'm going to glimmer upstairs. Or actually, I should really glimmer this entire bottom floor. Although it doesn't really matter, right? I'm thinking about it a little bit. It does not really matter. We'll put down Mr. Bogfly. So this glimmer upstairs doesn't matter. Mid-floor is clear. I guess we just blow up bottom floor, huh? Seems reasonable, I guess. Kills everything, so you might as well. Sure, okay, fine. Okay, top floor, we buff, play the Nexus Spike, we do a bajillion damage, we're chilling, fine. They hatch anyway, all good. They have tremendous stats, which is great news, question mark, I guess. It's maybe fine. We have Crystal Cloak, though, so let's be clear, this is not going to go over very well for me. I should Glimmer downstairs, huh? Glimmer downstairs clears their whole floor. I think what you should do instead is ensnare off the Sycophant, and then we Glimmer up top. Yeah, I like that play. We'll sting away the bottom floor person. I am going to double reap the boss. Every bit of damage we can do is good. Yes. Alright. Play the Echo Transfer upstairs. Our goal is to just pummel the boss with numbers to the best of our ability. 40 damage? Sure, bud. Why not? I don't know if we win. We, by some miracle, win with 1 hit point. This is the power of just random +5 health. I think we can improve it. Maybe slightly? Can we not? Is it really impossible to improve it? I improved it by 1 health. Well, there you go. Alright, cool. She just takes a million rounds and then we get through it. I guess it's fine. But we hit Root Split Mask, which is great. I'm gonna double stack Soul Crushing Guild. Yeah, there's Divinity solved. Oh my gosh, absolutely. Thank you very much. Adaptive Mutation. You know this works with the Bogfly's ability, which is bizarre, but true. Is this ever good? I mean, basically this just amounts to like, I don't know. It's like bad rage scaling, but we do have double Bogfly scaling. It's also, it is health, right? Which maybe matters. It could matter. It is good having that, right? Maybe I pivot to a... Maybe 2 is enough. If they show me a Corruptor pivot, I could use Corruptor Adaptive Mutation too. I think we take it, because we get value from it already, and then maybe we get more. I don't think I need this Divine Artifact. I'm going to sell it, and we're going to go shopping, I think. Because Karuska would be ridiculous, and I'd love the removals, so we go right. Yeah, I can afford stuff. Removals, I mean, it's... unclear what I cut right now, but we'll see. Hardened Hull is probably not great, actually. I kind of like delaying the hatch for a couple things. Let's see what the Horde has. Refracting Lens, Hell's Banners, and Cursed Vines. Cursed Vines is probably the pick, because I can really mess with floors. I could deal with other creatures and stuff. It's pings that maybe provide relevance. I think it's Cursed Vines here. Refracting Lens is not bad. Hell's Banners is okay, I guess, once. I'm going to take Cursed Vines. It's alright. I think I'm re-rolling this Hardened Hull away. Decayed Decoy with Fractures is pretty solid. It's pretty solid, honestly. Do we go for it? I think we go for it. I mean, it's good enough, in my opinion. And then I think the cut here is... well, definitely Ambient Charge. This card is literally unplayable. Actually terrible. Steel Enhancer, I do like health. Health is good, so maybe it's the other Bogfly. Although it's pretty low impact, right? I don't mind it. Fractures got really good suddenly. Root Seeds are always good. Is it just a Soul Crushing? No, not Soul Crushing Guild. It could be the Echo Transfer, the baby bad one. But I don't think it matters that much that it's not purple. I think we maybe drop a Steel Enhancer or... I mean, honestly, just the Bogfly here, actually. Yeah, we get rid of the Bogfly. He's not doing anything for us. It's fine. Okay. Arcus, I think, should get bodied. I'm not worried about him terribly. We are going... Oh my gosh, the first floor got fully upgraded, which is extremely funny. This is an interesting one, this early adaptive mutation play. It doesn't really do much for me, but it's funny at least. Can't play anything else. We chill on it. It's fine. I'm not mad about that. Okay, buff the floor. Buff the floor. Echo transfer the floor. I can yank forward, take out a curse boy here, which is great. And then we're chilling. I only get one curse there, which is nice. Yeah, and we can yank and do it again on bottom floor, which is great. I get stings, so I can sting twice on middle to avoid that curse. Very nice. And then, I don't care about the purples upstairs. I could just ping a guy, but does it really matter? Not really. Save some health. I'm gonna reap the boss, I think. Seems good. Seems reasonable to me. Okay, top floor time. Now we're looking at root seeds. I don't gain much out of Mr. Adaptive Mutation quite yet. Kill my own unit. Yes. The dream. Now I could like reap then adaptive mutation, which is just a really bizarre play, but is true. Alternatively, I mean, I think I just click echo transfer here, right? I could do it at the end, right? So we go fracture, adaptive mutation. It is a big swing, right? It sure looks like it. 9 health plus everything else, so we kind of do it. And then we finish with the echo transfer. That seems like a reasonable, a good old respectable amount of stats. I'm pretty pleased with that. And then we just kind of pop off here, I think. To the best of our ability, anyway. Hit one of these goons. Puts an extra, like, 100 damage into the boss, which is great. Now we're at the point where random echo transfer actually is a pure negative, though. Because they get plus 10. Which is funny. That's true. So I should actually keep that in mind. Okay. I'm going to pull man forward on bottom to sting him, and then we reap him once and he passes away, which is pretty cool. I'll just reap the boss at this point. Top floor is looking solid. This will look even better once I have another friend, right? Let's stop the hit upstairs. No reason not to. Now, if I get the Soul Crushing Guilt in, we're really cooking on this, right? So I should... I can't actually achieve it. Sadly. Yep. Okay. Well, fair enough, I suppose. Fair enough. Okay. Whatever. That's unfortunate. I think we're in an okay spot, is what I would describe this as. I think we're in an okay spot. Let's just load up Reap on the boss, because every little bit adds a lot, and it's well worth it. It's like 106 right there. Shoot him. I go upstairs, and then we just very straightforward blow up this back guy, which is great. We do a lot of scaling here. We will heal. We sting, we boost. I mean, if I had this many echoes into Relentless, I'd feel pretty good, but I don't. How are we looking? I mean, we win. It does boost our damage a lot, right? Like it does boost our damage quite a bit, right? Like every round, he's just adding 20 damage there, which is pretty solid when you think about it. Quick Tome, remove Consume Adaptive Mutation, or honestly, Permafrost Perfect Insanity is sick. That's a great pickup. And then I think it's just card draw, right? I don't need Ember here, which is good. And now I could dupe, or I could look for a steel shop, which doesn't do anything for me. The removal dupe lets me cut bad echo transfer, which is unplayable right now, and then I dupe the egg now, which I think is worth it. True, I could do that into this next ring, which is pretty sick. Sure, right? Sure, okay. I think that's good. It's better than... I mean, you could hit some high roll on the cave, but otherwise the health is wasted and the steel shop is... I have a full unit, so let's go to the right. I think it's more powerful. We definitely get Karuska. Absolutely we click Karuska. Never mind, we're chilling. Infector 3, we don't see the Corruptor pivot. We're fine. We just go Infector 3 here and go ham. I'm fine with it. We're going to drop... I mean, we might actually keep Karuska now. Right? It's crazy good. It's really strong. Okay. I mean, the thing is we could just... I would say we could just redraw the other ones, but you have to understand there's benefit to having more copies because of how many deadweights I have. Redrawing is not easy. So removals should only be used on like genuinely bad cards, in my opinion. Like Steel Enhancer's not great now. I think we actually drop both Steel Enhancers, and we rely on just dazing the heck out of the Divinity and other things and healing off. And that should be good. I think that's an improvement. Now, the dupe here will be the egg. I do think this is correct. And we move on. Double egg can fit on floor, as long as I don't hatch on turn 1, which shouldn't be a big deal. Mark of Invasion should be free, thanks in large part to Root, Split Mask, plus Light's Gift. We just shoot one immediately. In fact, we actually just shoot them all immediately, which is nice. Great work. I blast middle floor. Also great work. Cool. And we just play upstairs. Great news. Honestly, not mad about any part of this. Cool. What a good turn. It's a really solid turn. And then you just airdrop in other egg here. We start buffing. And I think we're chilling, right? We blast some of these enemies, we blast some of these enemies, and we're okay. Yeah, we just force ourselves to not have to deal with the real problem units. Which I'm okay with. And yeah, fine. Guess we'll shoot in the back on middle. I got this perfect insanity if things really go bad, but I don't think they will. I am super reliant on hitting with... I'm super reliant on actually connecting the dots on heal cards right now. We do get really good Nexus Spike angle. Very strong. Happy to have it. I don't need purples. Let's go ahead and kill some of the enemies on other floors, I think. We're okay otherwise. My floor is strong. I just need to not die. You know, I think that's a reasonable request. If I'm being honest with you. I think we can get around it. Yeah, sure. What if I just blast this front guy on mid-floor? That's even better. We got a perfect insanity out of it. Great. Okay, we got a heal card. Look, it's fine. Just heal. It's okay. And then we get this ridiculously good... I mean, yeah, I'm just going to take the 161 in the back right there, which is excellent. And now that guy is basically beating the boss, more or less. Glimmer, thank you. Very cool. Blow stuff up. I mean, seriously though, we just buff downstairs and then blow up the boss and then ensnare the guy that we buffed, which is a ridiculous idea, but we're super doing it, so you can't stop me, which is awesome. Yeah, we're looking pretty good here. I think this is the last one that has to deal with the... What is it? It's the last one that I have to deal with as far as minor bosses getting stealth, but this guy getting stealth is pretty dicey. Let me just put it that way. Now, I can almost just straight up kill him. I think we're just going to go ahead and click Soul Crushing Guilt to make this a very easy win. But, you know, like, I could have gotten him to within 35 health with Perfect Insanity there, but I think the Daze is just straight up stronger, so we're just going to do that. This guy walloping you for 5 turns is pretty rough. Excuse me, Holdover Forced Contamination that is itself purple is very good. We're going to take that. I have Karuska, absolutely. Engraft. It's not bad, I guess. I don't need this for Diligent or whatever. I guess I could take, like, Focused Growth or something. It's got a -1 in it already. That's a pretty good card for... You know, I should take a second healing card, honestly. Like, we desperately are talking about how badly we need to hit. I think we go left here. We look for, like, a +30, and we try to load up Glimmer. I think is going to be correct. I'm willing to go over 100 if they give us the power for it. Dang, no, they didn't give it to us, huh? It's a real shame. That's a real shame. Holdover is very interesting. Holdover Perfect Insanity, I think, is actually online. Echo Seedling? What are the plays here? It's, I mean, Adaptive Mutation. Nexus Spike, a little expensive. Preserve Thorns. I don't think that's amazing. I could intrinsic the... Where is it? I could intrinsic Soul Crushing Guilt, take Cheater's Hand, and then if I don't have the echoes, I just bounce it back. Which is essentially like permafrosting it, but I don't have Lightstone Casing. I like this because it means the Divinity never is that really at risk of killing me. And I'm happy to pay 1 for this. So let's do this. Even if I might draw 10 cards some turns, I think this makes Cheater's Hand well worth it. And then the -2 here... I mean, you put that on Nexus Spike, make it free, and then hit that with your Echo Seedling, and you pop off, right? That's pretty darn good, as it turns out. True. To do the things that we know we're going to do. I don't know about the -2. That might not be worth it. I think 1 -1 for sure. I'm putting in Root Seeds. This card must be played, period. A +10, I don't really... I guess I'm putting it in Glimmer so I cross 20 damage. That's good. Sure, yes. Worth it. The Holdover was never Glimmer here anyway. The Holdover is most likely Perfect Insanity because I can sit on this, and then when I need it, I have a gun. Which I actually think is really good. Okay, we're going to re-roll this. The Permafrost, also dicey, but I really like it. -1 here, I think, is just going into Focus Growth, big heal card. Sure, great, excellent, cool. I can remove garbage, but I don't know if I have any garbage to remove. The dupe is probably... Is 6 days enough? How much do I draw? I'm drawing 7, probably a little more than that. Takes me like 5 turns to get through my deck. The question you have to ask yourself really is just, do I need another copy of Soul Crushing Guilt in the deck? And if I did, I should have probably duped it before Intrinsic was on it. I don't really want that many in my opening hand. We're going to take the Cheater's Hand. I already commented on it. I'm re-rolling. Mandibles is a disgusting amount of additional damage here. Bog Slime's also present. I don't think we need the Soul Crushing Guilt. I don't think we want another dupe on that. I don't really know what I want to dupe. It might just be Root Seeds, if I'm being real. Another one of these is good. 6 of those is good purple generation. I could buy a removal, which is nice, I suppose. What do you cut? A fracture? They're good anyway. I mean, the thing you have to understand is I have... Where is it? I have Mandibles and Decayed Decoy, so I'm boosting the Mandibles. I really don't have to rely on the fractures. They're fine, They're good pings, in fact, but they're not that important to me, I don't believe. This Echo Transfer is still a little... like, it's fine. It's not a net negative because of... yeah, it's fine. We'll keep it. I think we cut a Fracture and move on here. No 20 consumed targets. I'm okay with that anyway. I think we're fine. I just need to dupe something, and it's probably... what is it? That's a really good question. I'm not actually sure. I'd be interested in everyone's thoughts on what they would dupe here, but I really don't think that there's anything that really stands out. Obviously, you could argue something is better than something else. I don't want it to be a holdover target. I don't really need more extract triggers. I think we're doing plenty of damage. It could just be on focus growth for big healing and card draw, which is something that's on my mind. Right? This is a good one. It's not purple, unfortunately, but I don't think it matters that much. I think it's going to be Soul Crushing Guild just so I have the density on this. I think I'm okay with that. Sure. And then 115 out of 100, I think we move on. 25 gold left. We should be okay. I think we are strong enough to defeat all of this stuff. Yes. I will have to keep in mind, Chase does body Light's Gift, so keep that present. We're going to kick back one of these. I go Chief, Egg, Buff. Oh, I have a second egg. What the heck? Play it, I guess. Glimmer. Echo Transfer. I can't play the Soul Crushing Guilt, but that's okay. We shoot a guy downstairs and we chill. We generate a lot of echoes on this turn because Chief is up there, which is kind of a bummer, but that's okay. I'm going to kick back Soul Crushing Guilt still. We're going to blast this guy in front. Are we? I didn't generate all these things. That's funny. Didn't even really think about it. Blast that goon. None of this stuff really matters to me right now. It's a bad draw. I'm not going to hold on to Force Contamination quite yet. He is going to clear the days here. Keep that in mind. Or he doesn't on this particular turn. I think we can get our Soul Crushing Guilt out here, though it doesn't actually matter right now, yeah? True. Okay, yeah, here's the... this is a big bummer coming up. Heal my unit, I think. I think I'm going to click the Fracture so I can get the Nexus Spike in, which is good. I'm going to also murder a man on middle. I think that's necessary. We are drawing 10, and I know what's happening. Cheater's Hand is hurting me here. I get it, trust me, but it's okay. Do I need to daze this turn? I'm taking a bunch of damage. I do. I do need to daze this turn. So I think we kick a deadweight for now. We have enough. We can play everything on this particular turn. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and... yeah, of course. We daze Mr. Big Number here to save 1 million. And then I'm going to... I don't think I can ever get to 5, huh? Not like this, no. There might have been a world I could do it. I lose my next turn, though, which is a big bummer. It's true. Ooh, 5. That's a good one. We're going to blast the guy on mid-floor. I think that's fine. Then we go and kill this guy. Because I'm worried that... well, we lose this next turn, right? So, big problems. We get around it by avoiding death. I'm going to kick back the Glimmer so I have it on a better turn. We play the Root Seeds. And I think we Force Contamination the boss to generate an Ember here. And then... I guess we just Reap, right? Does like 1,000 damage? Sure. That's fine, I think. Okay. Okay, again, we have Big Scary Man. We want to play pretty much everything here. Great. Fortunately, it's not too hard. We can blast Big Scary Guy. Good job. He's just dead. Then we get to heal ourselves. Incredible work. Okay, we've achieved transcendence, I think. I am going to force contamination the boss, because I think that's correct. I'm also going to fracture the boss, I think. Not going to soul crushing guilt here. I think it's okay. He should come upstairs one last time. I would like to do like 1,000 damage to him. Please and thank you. Generate Ember. It's good. Heal your friend. It's good. Make numbers really big. Great work, I think. I'm happy doing 1,400 damage to the boss. I could do 600 to him and trade like 500, and that's actually a fair trade, I think. Sure. It did cost the melee weakness a bunch of damage, but I think we're okay on that. Let's kick Soul Crushing Guilt so I have it for Relentless. Generate echoes upstairs. Hooray. I mean, what we do is we reap, force contamination the boss, sting, and we plan on... I mean, we actually are fine on this next wave, right? Because you have to remember they don't get the days clear anymore. I can get the Soul Crushing Guilt here, so let's kick one of these. Yeah, we kick one. We root seeds on floor, as weird as it is, so that I can then go Soul Crushing Guilt. This goon now has no chance. I then ensnare an enemy because I don't feel like looking at him. I go upstairs, we buff, we do our business. I hold on to Force Contamination because, again, it does not matter. And I think we chill. Yeah, I think we chill. There you go. Sure, have fun, buddy. Cool. Good, great. I think we super win. Yeah, we easy win. Sting gets him. Great news. This means all the reap goes on to him, which is excellent news. We can then blast him. Blast him. Reap. Blast him. Very funny. I mean, of course, at that point, like, I'm actually hurting my... I hurt a whole bunch of my damage simply because Chief was getting the proc on the melee weakness, but it didn't matter. He was like no health left anyway, so it's fine. I acknowledge it mostly so that everyone else who watches this doesn't think that I'm a complete goon, but it's fine. I cannot generate the echoes I require. Okay. Very well. Bottom floor, let's work on these damage shields. I am going to click the force contamination here just to hold on to it. Oh, really? I can't get it, huh? Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. We kick it again then. Now, the question of where you put Mr. Bog Chrysalis is a good one, right? We go for, you get the power of root seeds, and then I could buff him, but I really want him to hatch here, because otherwise he maybe passes away. But I could also do some adaptive mutation shenanigans here, which is kind of nice. So there's certainly something to say there. That only really swings it by maybe 10 health or so, but... I think we can do it like this, and then you adaptive mutation. And it doesn't actually look good. I think the health is probably more important overall, but I think we will be happy to place other Bog Chrysalis down and do the Echo Transfer on them rather. And chill on this. None of these cards are particularly worth it to us right now. We hatch out one egg, which is at least something. I think we will clear this floor. We do clear the floor. Part of the issue is I can't get the Soul Crushing Guild to connect, thanks in large part to Infector's Echoes getting used up. This is a Revenge of the Damned trigger, which will generate me all the echoes I require. I think we actually just send back Perfect Insanity here, and we have all the parts we need. So, true. Blow this man up, which should get me the Soul Crushing Guilt that I require, which is accurate. And then we work on bottom floor. Reasonable. We clear top. Hatch everything, boss is dazed. Okay, so that's a pretty important turn. Top floor, we're looking for big heals. I can play almost everything. I think we just keep kicking the deadweight down the road. Yeah, we blast middle, big healing is necessary. We are looking to do damage. Let's pull her forward. 7. Yes, I'd like to kill them all. I'm going to sting once, sting twice. I might reap there. We'll see. I'm going to separate the mini-boss here, I believe. Actually, I'm going to separate this tiny guy, probably. I actually think it's better to Nexus Spike in front. Kind of crazy. Because he has more hits right now, which is amusing to think about. And we clear top, looking okay. This man dies on his own, so just lock him down so I don't have to look at him. And then we'll have neutered that floor, right? It's just those guys, which is great. That's at least super functional. Top floor is clearing itself. And we have all the pieces we need to avoid death. So I think we're golden, right? I think we're golden. We do probably... Interesting. It's probably still correct to drop in the Revenge upstairs just to generate the echoes. Maybe not. Maybe we work on this next guy. That's fine. Reap him out. We don't get the insanity on any turn. That's fine. I'm not terribly upset about any of this. The floor looks okay. Yes. Look at this bad turn. Absolutely terrible turn. We'll just kick a deadweight, I guess. We sting front, though, which does kill that man, which is incredible news. And then I'm going to disconnect the conduit from back floor up there. And I think it is as simple as Force Contamination in front pushes a lot of damage through. Yeah, it's true. It was a little off from a perfect setup, but still pretty good. Could kick the Perfect Insanity here, but I actually think this is the turn where I play it, so that's cool. So we're going to go... I'm actually buffing in front because my guy hits 3 times, which is something I kind of forgot on Seraph because I went that route, which is definitely my bad, but... Blast that floor, that's pretty good. Heal up front, draw a million cards. I think we just kind of send it, right? Seems good to me. I could buff my guy up to 123. None of this really matters that much, though. I do generate a good chunk of damage up front in one of these friends. I can probably do better. I'm going to do it in the back, actually, because my guy gains like 30 health from this. That's good. That's something that will protect ourselves from Relentless a bit better. So that's nice. Okay. Think we kick a dead weight? I think so. First order of business, we're going to Soul Crushing Guild the boss, 100%. We're then going to Root Seeds, Fracture, and I'm probably going to blow up one of these enemies because it optimizes us through. It does hurt our damage considerably to do this, but it's one of those that I think it makes sense to try. That we at least do Force Contamination. That's a for sure, in my opinion. And then I think we Fracture here. It's a pretty strong turn if I'm just being real with you. I think we just chill on this, honestly. That's pretty solid. Chief immediately murders the Pyre Wings from full, which is just awesome. Can I play all of these? I don't think I can. I do not think that I can. So I think what we kick is actually the Soul Crushing Guild, because if I get to pick only one thing to do, I want it to be Perfect Insanity on the mini-boss here, which is just super effective, in my opinion. Really? My guy can't do that? That's crazy. I need the Echo, yeah? Alright, fine. Fair enough, buddy boy. Fair enough. We're going to go ahead and Force Contamination on mid-floor. It's just correct. It basically completely kills that front dude, which is awesome. And I think we win Relentless. No problem. Great job. Well done. Cool. Click Glimmer. Amazing. We clicked the card. I don't really need to click any fancy stuff here. So I think the answer is just insta-gib the boss when we can. And chill. Sure, yeah. We generate a lot of echoes here. I don't think we're going to need that many, though. We didn't even get into Relentless scaling that much there, really. But we get the win. So, alright, good job. Hooray. Thank you, Infector. Extremely cool. I haven't actually used a Bogfly Infusion in such a long time, and it ended up being on an expert challenge. It's just really strange. It's just really strange. I can't believe we won that. Let's go to the run summary. We did a good job, honestly. The Bog Chrysalis, excellent. The Light's Gift was huge. Crystal Cloak, though, for real, was terrifying. We ended up with 2 health remaining in order to actually finish him off. So that's a crazy moment. I think that there's some weird stuff. Did the Cheater's Hand actually matter that much? Kind of. I mean, it let me kick some things down to when I could play them. There were some permafrosts and draw competitions. Look, I know someone is going to make a comment in this thing and be like, you wasted 3 card draw because of Cheater's Hand, and I get it. But also, the difference between, hey, I had multiple copies of things that weren't ready to be played because I drew too many deadweights, and I can kick that down a turn, it was actually useful here. So I'm not going to like sing Cheater's Hand's praises, but save your comments where you're going to tell me how bad it is, because I get it, trust me. Capricious Reflection kind of popped off. It was very nice getting like a free -1 on Focus Growth, free -1 on Adaptive Mutation. The Adaptive Mutation, honestly, was kind of forgettable. I took this mostly because I could have seen the Corruptor pivot, and had I seen it, I would have taken it, because that would have enabled some real power plays with the Corruptor scaling plus Adaptive Mutation. Instead, it ended up being just like this weird, very silly, like, +10. It ended up being kind of like a +25 health card, which is, I don't know, it's fine, but it was not that impressive. Most of the time it was just bad to play, so I just skipped it until the next draw through. It could have been forgotten in this particular run, but all good. Perfect Insanity with the holdover and the permafrost. It was nice having it always on deck. I mean, we were killing some very scary enemies with it. It basically disabled and ended one of the mini-bosses outright. Solid, honestly. Again, competing with my card draw, but frankly worth it, I think. This was a good one here. Perfect Insanity is one of those cards I don't think is particularly good, but is made good by one, being infused, and two, having enough, like, having Karuska, obviously, but having the ability to actually play it. It's just high extract and difficult to make work, but it's somewhere in the middle. It's not that bad of a card, all things considered. I mean, obviously, it just kills a mini boss at this difficulty, which is great. Really, though, I mean, Root Split Mask, I don't think it even mattered really, but it did give me security, and then Light's Gift was huge. Like, Light's Gift is the real winner of this. Buy me that turn, please. But yeah, we ended up on the full Infector line, which is just another example to show that Infector's not bad. It's actually really good. It just gets overshadowed by the stronger lines in Corruptor and Decayer, but it made a lot more sense here with the lineup on the Wurmkin banners. So, and an egg is fine. It does technically benefit from it. Spine Chief hatched most of my eggs and generated most of my early echoes and was refreshing my floor every turn, so awesome. Incredible work. Force Contamination, good. Soul Crushing Guilt, good. I think the density did help. I think it didn't matter that much, but it did help. Cool. Otherwise, also shout out to Decayed Decoy plus Serrated Mandible Scaling, which is nonsense powerful. So, anyway, we did a good job. Wurmkin is a good clan for this, and Spine Chief in particular is a good champion for it. I think Decayer would have been even easier here, just straight up, but this worked obviously. So, hey, well done. Pain Train, done. Incredible. All right, I'll let you go there. So, hey, thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciate your time. As always, you can give the video a like if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks.